there's going to be, you're at point A, which is probably YouTube, right? Or Discord, right? And I'm trying to get you to point B, right? Which is nostalgia. And there's a quest in the middle there, right? Because people love quests, right? And like, so what is that quest, right? Because whatever it is, it's going to drop enough people off that the cream of the crop should rise, and like, we'll get the people who actually want to be here, right? So I agree with you. There has to be like there has to be a lore of sorts, right? Usually what people give are like, oh, I'm doing an airdrop, or I'm doing like giving away this NFT and blah, blah, blah as a collection. But we're not quite popular enough to give away NFT yet. So I don't see how like that would get people.
Well, you are popular enough to give away an NFT, but
So.
well, you definitely want to have someone experiencing what you're trying to have them experience. You don't want to just be like, there's a point of entry, you have to pay this to experience the thing. You have to be willing to give it out to people as well. That's part of the giving economy. And it's an NFT, so it's basically free, but it's just a free ticket to,
No, that's not giving it away is not the issue.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is, where is the value, right? Why is that valuable to that person at that time? See, we're at the beginning. I understand what you're saying. What you're saying makes perfect sense for the middle, right? Or closer in, right? Like maybe a couple months down the road, right? You got a bunch of videos out, they're going, people are starting to see them. You can now upload them to library. You got 300 followers, right? Like, so you're getting like the Web3 community in there too, right? But we still have to get to the 300 followers. And so what am I giving them that is of value to them other than this video, right? Like the video is of value because as we're doing this process, you can learn too, right? Like that was the fun of sitting there and going through HashLips videos. I was literally coding with him, and I felt like that was the most valuable thing in the world. Because I could pause it, I could stop, I could go look something up when he said it, whatever. So that's invaluable, right? But what is the next little piece that would make you? Because even though I'm giving, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Okay. So how about, okay. So the first thing I thought was maybe something event-based might tick all those boxes. What if you not only invited, but reached out to people who have screenplays, maybe, perhaps, or writers on maybe Reddit or something like that, any writers in the space, and you held like a contest, like a writing contest where we just like are going to pick somebody live, read out stuff live on maybe like a Twitch or a Twitter Spaces.
okay, so you're saying go like kind of like the festival circuit kind of thing, which is like, hold on.
Yeah, because what do people who like cult films like to do more than talk about them? A place to talk. Is that a slight?
People who make films, what do they like to do when they're not talking about films or shooting the films?
Yeah.
We got to remember, it's a job, right? So you love your job. You really do. Your job is like everything, right? But there has to be a time when you shut off from your job. And then what do you do when you shut off? Okay, great question. So when I take a break from shooting, I usually throw my own personal party, like I want to go out, I want to hang out, I want to go drinking, I want to party, like I want to go do whatever. A lot of film people have like families and kids though.
Well, how about this? Let's pull up a successful NFT project and let's look at their roadmap. Let's look at their website, let's look at their roadmap, let's look at their Twitter.
I'm just writing as you're going.
All right. So I'm gonna find somebody.
In other words, what am I saying? I'm saying we do the festivals because we have to. They get us jobs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
that they aren't fun sometimes, but like it's more a matter of
Mhm,
work per se.
mhm. So
Than
you're concerned with what is gonna keep someone in our Twitter, in our Discord, in our
in
the
our
whole
what's going to lure someone to your Discord?
the fact that it is there and that it is in
You,
someone's
you
face.
know what, Aiden? You
There
know what, Aiden?
is
We
you the idea of it, the idea of it, what it is is you have to relinquish it to what the people it's gonna be about. It's a DAO, so you have to bring people just based off the topic. It really has to grow itself. But
so you're
there,
saying
but you're an executive branch, so you do get to make the decisions at the end of the day. But first, you have to get people there to find out what they even, if they even like the idea.
yes.
So, you know.
Well, you know what's funny about that? Usually, like if I just kind of rattle off for a second to someone and I say like the idea, they're like, "Oh, that's really cool. I want to join. That seems like fun." Right? Um, so idea wise, of course, I'm super excited about it. And it's not that I can't sell my own project. It's just I cannot account for the internet, right? Like yeah, how do I, okay, you get there, right? So you go to the DAO. Well, Aiden, right now it's empty. We have
Mhm.
or not DAO, but Discord. Right now there's nobody there. Nobody's talking. So why do you stay? What do you do? There has to be something. And that's
That's
our
good.
next step. No, that's the next step, right? Because you just need 300 followers, right?
Yeah.
And you need some
So
interaction.
so it would have to, the conversation has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And so it really has to, it has to start with this Twitter. It has to start with the Twitter, and then the Twitter has to have stuff to talk about. So you gotta have, like, we have to have opinions on things, post things to create the type of vision board that people are going to get lost in and want to participate in.
The Twitter, I'm not concerned about, right? I can sit there. I've already started to like repost and respond to people's stuff, right? That's not the hard part, right? And neither is us making these
That kind
videos.
of is the hard part.
You
If
think
we're
that's
talking
hard?
about if we're talking about where the NFT space lives, where people are actually talking, it's
Mm.
not like people just standing around talking at a train station. It's on the internet, and this is the biggest place that people are talking.
I find this okay. I'll put it to
Where do you interact with NFTs and NFT land?
open sea. I
YouTube?
like don't.
You don't. You just know
I
about them.
do, but I don't.
You
I do,
know,
but I don't. And
but
what
you
I
don't
mean by
talk to
that
all
is
these
like what
the
I'll do is
degenerates.
hmm?
You don't talk to all the degenerates and the voices of the actual space, right? You don't see all these crazy NFT crypto people.
I,
This is the feed.
I
You
went
gotta
I
look.
went into um I went into HashLips Discord like one time because I had a
What it
question about I
what was it
literally had a
like?
question and it was a dumb question. I admit that it was like the dumbest question. I was like, oh, my NFTs are on IPFS and I put the contract in Solidity, but like I don't know why it's not going. Well, I didn't pin it to Panada, which there's a long segment where he talks about the importance of pinning it. So it was really a dumb question, right? But these fiends straight ignored, they did not care. They did not care.
Yeah, they
They're
don't care.
savages. They're savages.
That's what I'm saying. You
They're
can't
savages.
control what the conversation is about. It
I
just
don't
has to
know.
happen naturally. But the only way it happens naturally is that if there's a branch for people to grab onto.
Yes.
So, and the people that I follow on Twitter who I've been watching for months, the people who grew their accounts just like regularly, they
Mhm.
just start by talking Let's check out let's watch a YouTube video together actually soon, and we'll also
Just talking?
pull up. I I hate to pick these guys, but actually no. Let's go with women and weapons.
You
Look up women and
you don't want to
weapons.
support them?
Huh?
You don't want to support the other guys?
I was gonna do Bored Ape Yacht Club, but who wants to talk about Bored Ape Yacht Club anymore?
All right.
So we have women. Are you looking at women and weapons NFT on Twitter? Go ahead,
No,
look that up.
I thought you were gonna share it. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna get
I
it.
could, but yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Here we go.
You share it.
Share screen. Host disabled participant screen
No.
share.
Hold on.
You rat. Host I'm gonna send you screenshots of this rude.
Wait.
No, I got it. Here we go.
Okay, I just fixed it.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
All right. Do you see what I see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Women and Weapons is an NFT collection that I followed for a while. They're so cool.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I ask this question really quick? What
Yeah,
am I
sure.
looking at? Are these NFT collections starting their own Twitter accounts now?
That is mostly what they all are, is what I'm trying to tell you, Lauren.
It's crazy.
People don't buy the NFT unless it has a Twitter that's popping, unless it has a Discord that's popping, or if it's just starting. The small pages have followers too, but they just have to start talking. We'll look at a small group too, but I want to see their website if they have anything cool going on. Okay, so this is the whole thing. This is their link tree. Okay. Their link tree, these places' link trees are just the OpenSea where you can buy it, the Discord, the website, and the Twitter.
Okay.
And that is the infrastructure of this entire Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. It's all just the social media.
Sweet.
And this is 46,000 followers. I was following this account so long ago. It was not 46,000 followers, I'll tell you that. But they have a great idea, and now people make pillows of them.
Aw.
It's so cute. It's just these layers. Look at these arms.
Yeah.
So simple. They have layers of different weapons and stuff, and there's tons of them. And there's just these pretty women. They all got cool hair. It's all cool.
Yeah.
But they're all talking about it. They're retweeting people that support them. If we could go to the beginning of their feed, I would love to see that, but maybe we'll save that for another time. Look at their website. They have a Web3 address. A cool little Web3 page, one page, a story, Women and Weapons story. Women and Weapons is a collection of 10,000 diverse, beautiful, and badass women NFTs. The 200 plus attributes that make up these assets were painstakingly hand illustrated by notable artist Sarah Bauman. A cool little name drop. A real person that maybe they talked to on the phone and were like, hey, we just saw you on Fiverr.com. Will you make these layers for us? And they were like, yeah, sure. And now she's part of this huge thing. And people just love people's names. Each stroke was a labor of love that took months of planning to assemble. No, it wasn't.
Months. It takes months sometimes.
Okay. It took a lot of computing power, probably. And just look at this website. This is where the real value is this nice website. We're sitting here and I want to read this. Like, I actually want to read this. It's a cool, nice little blurb. Each stroke, blah, blah, blah. This is a chance to own a piece of her biggest and boldest art collection ever. The pieces, and that's giving so much value to this Sarah Bauman lady. They're pretty much just throwing that she is just some artist. I don't know if she owns this. I don't know if she owns this or she was outsourced or something, but Sarah Bauman is the GOAT apparently, and she's an affiliate. The pieces are perfect harmony of her hand-drawn traits and a wizard algorithm that combines them together in ways Sarah could not. So that's tech, art and tech combined. That's art
Wait
and
a
tech.
minute.
That's why.
So, okay, so I see they gave props to the program they use.
Mm-hmm. So they gave props to the programming. They gave props to Sarah. They are not talking about how they made this website. Like, we made the website and we made this Discord, but that's like really where the value is. Okay, so, and the fact that they can be hands off with their ego and give people props and everybody feels good. Wizard algorithm that combines them together in ways Sarah could not have possibly even conceived of on her own. Nice tech. Sarah illustrated these women in a mid-century style full of nostalgia. Nostalgia. They were purposefully equipped with awesome weapons like nunchucks, daggers, brass knuckles, and more to bring power. Your NFTs are not profile picture NFTs, but they are, I've seen them, and they are beautiful. I like the art a lot. And they're really retro and cool and stuff like that. So I could definitely yeah, there could be tons to write about them in this way. The weapons are also symbols for the amazing attributes. You can even shout out HashLips if you wanted to. The weapons are also
Oh
symbols
yeah,
for
you
the
definitely
amazing
have to.
attributes. Huh?
You definitely have to. You gotta give them his
Mm-hmm.
props.
Yeah, exactly. Symbols for the amazing attributes women carry with them, such as their empathy, intelligence, kindness, and education. Women in Weapons is also much more profound than an NFT art project by an incredible artist. It is also a vehicle through which we can pursue our mission to raise money for charity and utilize the platform to make a difference in the world. So they also have a streamline of the profits that go to charity. So
Nice.
our first, which is people love, that's another value add. You know, if you're willing to step in the way of your revenue and send some to charity, that's huge. Our first step is first step in this mission is our commitment to donate 5% of profits to the Malala Fund. Awesome.
Nice.
This collection of powerful women NFTs began living on Ethereum blockchain starting October.
Wow.
October. October.
But like that's fly though.
Yeah, store coming soon. And this is, there's nothing. They didn't say anything there. That was a nice introduction and a nice, it felt like it was a place and that it had space to grow, which it does. These OpenSea activity is going to speak for itself a little bit. We got an about us for Sarah, founder. She dreamed of being a full-time artist, until NFTs, she worked as occupational therapist.
Nice.
Professionally on the side. Cool. He gives the opportunity to follow her, and then a fully doxed group, which is great. Everybody wants to be doxed. Nice Black women. Dan, he's chilling. The DeFi network, all affiliations. Join the team by joining the community. So easy, super simple. But if I had to ask you, what do you think made this NFT collection successful?
I'm not quite sure. I mean, I have some.
Yeah, like your best guess.
But
What are your thoughts?
I mean, they are beautiful, right? They're well made, right? And they do have like a marketing guy who spends his time doing the marketing. Right? But yeah, I mean, maybe like you said, like Twitter. I'm gonna assume that would be my assumption.
possibly, yeah, Twitter, 45,000 followers. So I would say maybe this might be one of their biggest accounts, their biggest, I
That's
guess,
great.
like
Okay.
pool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're, I'm sure they probably don't have 45,000 people on Discord, and I assume that their Discord followers didn't come, or their Twitter followers didn't come from their Discord,
No.
or I I really doubt that they got so big on OpenSea just by being on OpenSea.
No. It is an open sea, so we're
Yeah,
not blowing up that way. I'm gonna
right.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna put it like that.
and
Mm,
but on top of that, they have a polished, easy, simple look that looks professional and well thought out.
mm,
Um, but I would say my whole point is to say that this Twitter page is the biggest funnel. It's the biggest open mouth for people to come into the Discord, uh, visit the OpenSea, validate the OpenSea on OpenSea, and for
mhm.
people to talk to and interact with a community that feels real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do think that the Twitter is very important. Um,
No, we're definitely in agreement on the importance of Twitter. That's not like that's not questionable, right? Um,
yeah,
because that's outreach, right? Like that's one of our first points of access. You
mhm,
can't get to the Discord if you didn't go through Twitter or YouTube,
mhm,
right? And then the Discord is what's going to bring you to the DAO inevitably,
yes,
right?
that's
Because
nice.
you'll be able to like propose to become a member and do all that great stuff. And then,
This guy.
yeah.
Exactly. Um, so yeah, making sure that the message is clear too for what it is big. I want to try to get to their OpenSea.